you seen this shit this man saying? And I just said, yo, Jake, you want to leave that alone, because don't take Cole for a fool. My man's too vain to not train.
I want to be up just as much as people want to see me down. The negative, the people that don't believe in me is how much I want to be where I need to be. And
Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline, well, this kid's coming from another level.
They would have probably shoved him or chinned him or something. I mean, this is even AJ with this, like, since the presser, I've spoke to him a little bit, and it's like he's preparing himself for a real fight. And I like that, because every fight carries danger. This carries much less danger, in my opinion, than most of his recent heavyweight fights.
Anthony Joshua sends terrifying warning after watching Jake Paul sparring, and the boxing world is holding its breath. Joshua made it brutally clear. There will be no mercy, no second chances, no room for error. Every punch will count. Every move calculated. After seeing Jake's training, Joshua's message was chilling. A promise of total destruction.
I'm not dependent on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter. So there's various ways I'll win. I've got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go in there and break him down.
Joshua has issued a terrifying warning, and Jake Paul is about to find out why. He is a soft target, completely unprepared for what is coming. Every swing he takes will be met with ruthless precision. There will be no mercy, no second chances. Joshua's fighter spirit is cold, calculated, and lethal. Jake Paul is walking straight into destruction.
What I'm saying is, he's a soft touch. He's waiting to get knocked out. So, the promoter says to himself, right, he scratches his head and says, you know what, I need to get my fighter a couple of easy ones, just to get his confidence back, so he can bring him back to the fore, bring him back to everybody's imagination. Everybody sees him knocking somebody out, looking good doing it. So, this guy's made for Anthony Joshua.
Joshua's size and reach make this a nightmare for Jake Paul. Every inch of Joshua is a weapon, and he knows exactly how to use it. The jab will dominate the ring, and the right hand carries the power to end the fight instantly. Jake's mobility and tricks won't save him from a fighter who has mastered distance and timing. Joshua's presence alone is a terrifying warning that this fight is more one-sided.
6'1" versus 6'6" Anthony Joshua. Jake weighed in for the Tyson fight at 199. Joshua against Ngannou was 252.
6'6", just not just 6'6", but 6'6", and knows how to use every fucking inch of it. Knows how to keep that stick in your face. He was keep that jab in his face, and that right hand, if it hits you, you're.
Anthony Joshua is in a league far beyond Jake Paul. Even past his prime, Joshua's combinations and distance control are precise and devastating. Jake Paul's inability to handle real pressure will be exposed instantly. This fight isn't about luck or speed. It's about raw skill and experience. Joshua can dominate from the first bell and end it before Jake even realizes what hit him.
If this is a straight up AJ versus Jake Paul, then we all know what should happen. This is a one-round job, because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud. He can't jump in with Anthony Joshua now and expect to get a result. So
Joshua's approach will be surgical and relentless. He isn't stepping into play. He's there to dominate completely. Jake Paul's confidence will crumble the moment Joshua sets the pace. Every punch will be calculated to maximize damage and minimize risk. This isn't entertainment for Joshua. It's execution. Jake is about to learn the hard way that stepping in with a true heavyweight is a different world.
Easy fight for him. And I think this should be laid to rest, because I don't think AJ's going to go in and try and pat. AJ's going to smoke him.
Joshua's size and weight advantage alone make him a terrifying opponent. Every punch carries immense power, and every step across the ring is a threat. Jake Paul faces a monumental challenge, and this fight could end almost before it begins. Joshua's skill amplifies the physical edge, and there is no margin for error. The ring becomes a battlefield, and Jake Paul's only hope is surviving the first round against a
Joshua, who's now 5 inches bigger than you, maybe more, or 4 or 5 inches, and about 100 pounds heavier. You just don't go from there right up to there. I don't believe it. And I won't believe it until the two of them got 10-ounce gloves on in a boxing ring. Because if Anthony Joshua puts 10-ounce gloves on and gets in a boxing ring and Jake Paul is in the other corner, this won't.
Joshua has the chance to end this fight decisively and early. Jake Paul cannot withstand sustained pressure from a fighter of Joshua's caliber. The way Joshua dismantled previous opponents shows that he knows how to control the pace and finish with precision. Every jab, every combination, every step in the ring is calculated. Jake may hope for an extended battle, but Joshua's experience and intelligence in the ring leave no room for doubt. The first few rounds will be terrifying for Paul as Joshua asserts dominance with...
No, I don't back Jack Paul. That means what is AJ doing? He has to smoke him in 3 rounds. The same way he did in Ngannou. How many rounds was in Ngannou?
2, second round.
Exactly. So he has to smoke him fucking 2.
Joshua's right hand carries catastrophic power. Jake Paul may survive training sessions, but the ring is another world entirely. One clean shot from Joshua could end the fight instantly. Every inch Joshua moves is calculated to create openings for devastating blows. Paul's bravado won't protect him from precision and force combined. This fight is a warning in itself. Joshua has the skill, power, and focus to make the outcome brutal. Jake Paul is walking into the ring unprepared for a fighter whose strikes could redefine danger in every second.
We can all joke, but nobody wants any permanent damage to happen to Jake Paul. But if Anthony Joshua hits Jake Paul with the right hand he hit Francis Ngannou with, he could brown.
Joshua's experience against true heavyweights is terrifying. Jake Paul has never faced someone who can combine size, strength, and precision in the ring. Past losses against smaller fighters show Paul's limits. Joshua is methodical, relentless, and knows exactly how to exploit weaknesses. Every punch and every step, you'll remind Paul that this is not a sparring match. The ring will be a demonstration of calculated destruction. Joshua's ability to control the fight leaves no room for surprises. Jake Paul is entering a battle that he is fundamentally unprepared for, and the result will be inevitable.
Punching heavyweight, and fake Paul's never been in with a heavyweight. Like I said earlier, he lost to Tommy Fury, a cruiserweight. He lost to him. Tommy Fury's not even British level, so you can't chuck fake Paul in with Anthony Joshua and take it serious. Well, I can't anyway.
Joshua's size advantage is overwhelming and sets the tone for the fight. Jake Paul faces a physically dominant opponent who can control distance and impose power at will. Expectations are on Joshua, and he thrives under pressure. Every step in the ring is calculated to maximize advantage. Paul may try to move and survive, but Joshua's reach, power, and timing make escape almost impossible. The fight is a test of dominance and skill, and Joshua has all the tools to ensure there is no doubt. Paul will face a brutal reality from the first bell.
Paul in our world. So there'll be more of a judgment on Anthony Joshua than there will be on Jake Paul, because Anthony Joshua is expected to get this boy blasted out of there.
Joshua has the potential to make this a masterclass in domination. Jake Paul's reputation means nothing against a fighter of Joshua's caliber. This fight may seem simple for Joshua, but the impact is serious. Every strike could end the contest abruptly. Paul's overconfidence will be met with devastating efficiency. Joshua's power, precision, and ring intelligence make him a nightmare opponent. If Joshua lands cleanly, Jake Paul could be left shattered. This is more than a fight. It is a warning, a demonstration of what happens when one misjudges a true champion.
Easiest fight of his career. If he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in hospital?
Joshua is not stepping into the ring to entertain. He is there to destroy. There will be no hesitation, no mercy. Every move will be precise, and every punch aimed to end the fight quickly. Jake Paul faces a fighter who has dominated true heavyweights and knows how to finish decisively. This is more than skill. It is calculated devastation. Paul's confidence will be crushed under relentless pressure. Joshua's approach is methodical, lethal, and completely overwhelming. The fight will be a demonstration of power and intelligence that Paul is utterly
Very dangerous night's work, and AJ will be, you know, people say, oh, will he take it easy on it? AJ will be AJ. He don't mess around, he don't play with his food. He'll be going in there looking to take him out as soon as...
Jake Paul may be confident, but Joshua has faced pressure fighters who overestimate their abilities. Paul is stepping into a world of size, power, and experience he has never faced. Joshua is still a force in the ring, precise and patient. Every move he makes is a warning, and every punch is a test. Paul's illusions of dominance will crumble quickly. Joshua's strategy and experience make him a nightmare opponent. This fight is about control.
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look.
Joshua will not let this drag on. He is the kind of fighter who finishes decisively and quickly. Every round is measured, every attack calculated. Jake Paul may hope to survive, but Joshua's experience ensures there is no doubt who dominates. One mistake, and Paul will feel the full weight of Joshua's power. Joshua is focused, determined, and unstoppable. This fight is a warning from the first bell. Paul is not prepared for the speed, strength, and strategy that Joshua will bring. Every punch will be a lesson in why he is
Anthony, I've already messaged Anthony as I listen. I tell you what, I say to AJ, if this goes past 5 rounds, everybody's gonna be having a go at you, because you can't go past 5 rounds with this kid. It has to go past 1 round or 2 rounds. Past beyond 4 or 5 rounds, you know, people are gonna be doubting you as a fighter himself. So he has to smoke him out like what he did Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia in 1.
Jake Paul may see openings, but Joshua is a master of reading opponents and exploiting mistakes. Durability will not save Paul from precision and power combined. Every attack will be countered. Every attempt to land a big shot will be met with calculated defense and deadly retaliation. Joshua's experience against heavyweights allows him to exploit even the smallest weaknesses. Paul is overestimating his toughness against a man built to dominate. This fight will test every ounce of his skill, and Joshua's intelligence in the ring ensures the result will be devastating for Paul.
A bit chinny. He's durable. He gets back up. He knows how to fight when he's hurt, and he's still dangerous when he's hurt. He's dropped people. He's wobbled Dubois when he had been dropped multiple times. So he's very tough. He's very, very, very tough. But I do see holes where I can land big shots.
Joshua's history speaks for itself. Every knockout shows the destructive force he carries in the ring. Jake Paul may be confident, but against a fighter who has dismantled top heavyweights, his bravado is meaningless. Joshua's precision, power, and experience make every step Paul takes a risk. The ring becomes a place where illusions are destroyed. Every punch could end the fight. Paul's status as a real boxer will vanish once Joshua asserts dominance. This fight is a warning and a lesson in how terrifying a true
Joshua thing is crazy.
Is that a real conversation?
Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou, and the guy was like out cold for 5 minutes. And this is a guy who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxer conversation is gone forever.
Joshua's preparation is ruthless and focused. He didn't take the easy way out. Every session in the gym is designed to ensure dominance. Jake Paul faces a fighter who has committed fully to destruction in the ring. Every punch, every step, every strategy is sharpened for maximum impact. Joshua's intensity is a warning in itself. Paul may think he has a chance, but against a man so determined and disciplined, illusions are crushed before the bell even rings. This fight will be about absolute control and terrifying precision.
And that is what he's ready to do. He could have buried his head in the sand. He could have just gone away and gone on holiday. He didn't. He wants to start training. He wants to improve. He wants to get in a position.
Joshua's dominance is intimidating and unavoidable. Jake Paul may be tough in the media, but in the ring, he will be outclassed completely. Every skill Paul has is tested against a fighter with superior size, power, and timing. Joshua doesn't just fight. He annihilates weaknesses. Paul's confidence will crumble under relentless pressure. There is no room for luck. Joshua's history of brutal knockouts proves that any attempt to challenge him will end badly. This fight is a warning, and Paul's fear is justified. The scale of Joshua's destruction is inevitable and terrifying.
I don't know, I genuinely fear, like most people do, for Jake Paul, because if he fights Anthony Joshua, it's not going to...
Joshua's power is incomprehensible and unmatched. Every strike carries the weight to end the fight instantly. Jake Paul's bravado means nothing when faced with a heavyweight who can control the ring effortlessly. There is no chance of an upset. The scale of destruction is overwhelming. Joshua's focus and technique make him a nightmare opponent. The fight isn't about entertainment. It is about total domination. Every punch will reinforce the warning he has already sent. Paul is entering the ring unprepared for the sheer force and precision Joshua brings to every battle.
They can't finish. Anthony Joshua could knock Jake Paul out with his dick. So if it goes any other way,
Joshua is ready to make a statement. And Jake Paul is stepping into a fight he cannot survive. Every punch will be calculated, every moment dominated. This is a warning and a demonstration of true power. Are you backing Joshua to crush Paul or hoping for an impossible upset? Drop